today's podcast, we are talking about postpartum, which is the first year after a baby is born. We'll talk about difficult things that can happen during this time and why it is so important to support new moms. In addition to the coaching support that we offer, we are introducing an organization that helps new moms and their families. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. This podcast is intended only for educational, inspirational, and entertainment purposes. The purpose of this podcast is not to replace the counsel of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. Welcome to the It's Your Story to Tell podcast. I'm your host, Hannah, and today I am really excited about what we get to chat about. This is an issue that is near and dear to my heart, both as a woman, a mama, and as a certified nurse midwife. Pregnancy and childbirth is one of the most pivotal times of a woman's life, right? However, I think we tend to focus more on the pregnancy and the childbirth phase of what's going on, putting all of our energy into this, and making sure, we're taking our prenatal vitamins and growing healthy babies and mamas and all the things. Yet we sometimes forget the importance of that very still important fourth trimester or the postpartum phase. As a nurse midwife, I see firsthand just how important it is to support women during this postpartum period, which can last the entire year after a baby is born. It has such a significant impact on a woman's physical and emotional well-being, both in that short term and in the long term of her life overall. That postpartum period is such a phase of massive changes, both physically and emotionally, as you're learning how to be a mom and just recovering physically from being pregnant and childbirth. So it's really important that we support mamas during this time, and it can help prevent complications such as postpartum depression and anxiety, which can affect up to 1 in 7 postpartum mamas, and even help prevent some of those physical complications of the postpartum time. So today I am excited because I get to chat with Maria Berglund, who beyond being a busy mama of 3 boys, she is also the founder and director of InKind Boxes. They are a nonprofit organization based in Portland, Oregon, and their mission is to show struggling families that they're not alone, that their needs matter too, providing quality essentials that support the health and well-being of babies and their mamas, and to help reduce inequalities for families. They do this by creating these amazing gift boxes for new moms and their families, which are full of these really special items that help to take care of both the baby and the mama and to help them feel supported and loved on. So Maria, welcome today. I'm so happy that you agreed to come talk with us.
Hi, Hannah. Thanks for having me. I'm very grateful to be here.
We're excited about this. Mm-hmm. All right. So share with us a little bit of your story, kind of why you started this program and what led you here and why it's so important to you.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason ultimately that I started it is that I want new moms and birthing parents to feel that love and support that they deserve after birth. I think there's just this kind of common theme that once a mom has the baby, she's super mom and she can do it all and all on her own. And I just don't think that's right or fair to just, put that on a mom. I think that we all deserve a village. And so I created InKind to be that village of support for families who feel like they don't have one.
I love that. Mm-hmm. I know when we talked earlier, you had mentioned that you are actually Canadian, correct? Mm-hmm, and that the healthcare system was so different for you when you came here. I think you said you had your first in Canada and then came here. Do you mind sharing a little bit about your story? What kind of led you to creating InKind and from that perspective?
Sure. Yeah. My first labor and delivery was in Canada, and it was it was a little bit crazy, but that wasn't on the part of the provider. That was just my son decided to come in a hurry. But it just felt postpartum, very I was taken care of, I was paid attention to, as well as my son. And so it just felt like a really positive, nurturing environment for me. But then when we came down here to the US, to Oregon, just the whole experience of having a baby for each of my two sons was just not anywhere near what I had hoped it would be. And I was thinking to myself, like, this sucks because you're paying for healthcare here and you're in Canada, you're not, and you're just treated so much better up there. And like, why is it this way? And, another part of this is that my mom was a single mom, struggling when I was very small. And so, I was thinking about, like, I had finished having my kids, and what would it be for someone like my mom who's having kids here? And really, really hard, I came to learn. And so I was like, what can I do?
Doesn't have that support.
So yeah, they deserve that support, and
so true.
Not just like random things to be given to them, but like really nice quality things that will last them and really help them thrive once the babies come. So I came up with the idea for the gift box because I don't have like a background in like doula or midwifery or anything like that. But I'm like, I can give them things to help them feel supported. So then that's how the gift box came about. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what goes into that box and how you kind of came up with the items that are in there.
Right. So the gift box is about 15 items, and about half are for baby and half are for mom or the birthing parent. And they're self-care products or products, like a swaddle and a baby book and an infant healthcare kit, because when we were doing research with the partner organizations who are actually giving boxes to families, we asked them, like, what would you recommend that we have in a box? And lots of them mentioned that families don't even have, a thermometer to like take a baby's temperature if they're running a fever or something. So that was really important. So everything is very carefully curated. We're mindful that the products can be used more than one time, that they're good quality products, because I feel like giving family these things, I want to be proud of them. I don't want to just be like, you should be grateful that you're getting something, but that you feel like, wow, really special that these are quality products as well.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. Make it very special for the new mom.
Yeah.
It's such a like I said, pivotal time for mom, but very vulnerable time as well. And I think just kind of showering a little bit of love and care on a new mom is so important and so needed. Like you said, we focus on the baby, right? Everybody's always like, oh, the baby, which is great because it's a new life and we're so excited. Sure. But we cannot forget that other important part of that dyad, which is the new mom, right?
Yeah.
So I do love that you're kind of taking that little aspect up. So you mentioned organizations that you work with. Who is it that you have partnered with to create these boxes?
So are you talking about the products that are in the boxes, or who we partner with to give the boxes to?
Actually, I guess you can tell us a little bit of both. That'd be fine. But I meant who you're partnering with to give the boxes. But sure, I love the other one too.
Okay. Yeah. So we have we really tried to partner with female-founded companies and local companies when possible. So we have several Earth Mama organics products in there. And they are female founded and from Oregon, so that's really nice. Yeah, and so they give us a really good rate for products in there, but we also partner with Kindred Bravely. Sorry, I'm looking at the gift box to remind myself of what's in there. And Rose and Quartz, they're from Florida. A local artist designed the affirmation stickers that we have in the gift box. And there's some other things that I can't think of off the top of my head, but really just trying to work with other women and other mothers if we can, to support one another, because I like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then the partnerships that we created, I focused more locally in the beginning just because that was easier. And so we've partnered with several organizations that are providing prenatal or postpartum support to struggling families, whether that be through like education, mental health support. We work with Ronald McDonald House, so if families are coming in an emergency to have their baby, they sometimes arrive and don't have what they need, post-birth. And so gift boxes are waiting for them at that place. And
That's so
and
great.
then
I love that.
yeah, and then nationally we help NICU families, refugee families, just kind of like
That's
all
awesome.
over the place at the moment.
That's awesome. So, because I know you guys are based in Oregon, right? Because
Right.
you mentioned that, but you can actually, so you can ship nationwide and you work nationwide. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are some ways that people can get involved in? Because I think locally you have people who come and help, like actually pack the boxes and whatnot. Correct? Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah. We moved
okay?
into our own space last fall. And so that is very fun to be able to have volunteers come. So they pack boxes. If people want to support us and that are not local, we just introduced these note card bundles that we have. So if you're looking for like a service project for like a group of moms or something like that, you can order the note cards. They kind of look like postcards, and it comes in a bundle of 12, and you can write a message, like something that you would have loved to have known or have said to you when you were a new mom. And then once you're done completing the cards, then you just mail them back. We have a pre-addressed, pre-stamped envelope that comes with them. So you just put them back in the mail and send them to us, and then we tuck them in the donated gift boxes.
How special is that? I love that idea. So you get to kind of share some encouragement with moms that you would imagine. I love that. That's such a great way of like kind of coming together as a community. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Any other ways? Yeah.
People can also share about us on social media. We've been really lucky that kind of people are building an online village to support the families that we're helping. And so can highlight our mission by sharing. Donations are always welcome because we use those to purchase the essentials that go in boxes. As InKind is volunteer run, I give my time, and so does everyone else who's involved with InKind. So all that funding that we receive just goes toward helping the families.
That's awesome. And then if someone was local, can they actually come help physically, or is that like what does that look like?
Yeah, for sure. People message me through Instagram, or can send me an email and just say, hey, I would really like to get involved. And then I just send out about a monthly newsletter asking for volunteers to come and help us out.
That's awesome. And then I think you had also mentioned something about donating boxes to moms, like, if you wanted to do that specifically, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah. So if you make a donation through our website, a $60 donation provides a gift box for a struggling family, but every dollar helps. And we're just really grateful for any support we receive because it's a steady stream of requests for help, especially over the holiday season. So we're really grateful for any donations we get right now.
That's awesome. I love that. And then I know, because I was looking at your website, that you can actually even log on and purchase a box if you wanted to use that. It'd be a great, like a baby shower gift for a mom or something like that. If you wanted to give it to a family member, so you can do that. And I saw you had like really sweet swaddle blankets and things like that. So there's some fun stuff on there. I encourage you guys, listeners, to go and check out their website. Actually, do you want to tell us where we can find you online?
Yes. So it's inkindboxes.org is our website, and our handle on all social is at InKind Boxes. And for every gift box that's sold in our shop, one gets donated to a family. So it's a really amazing baby shower gift to give because it is impactful and has things that you'll actually use after you have your baby.
That's so awesome. So it's like kind of that get one, give one. Oh, I love that idea. That's fantastic. Okay, well, exciting times. All right. Anything else that you wanted to share that I didn't touch on?
I just think, I don't know. I think that postpartum planning is a really important thing. Just circling back to your introduction, and that if people are about to have a baby or planning to have a baby, to really plan for postpartum as well. And I have a postpartum plan if people want it, like an example one. I've shared it a few times before on social media, and I don't require any information from you, but if you are listening to this and you want that plan, just message me on Instagram and I'll send it to you, because it's more than just it's more than just a meal train. Like, that's great that people plan that and that people want to bring you food, but I feel that there's a lot more to it, and to have something, up on your fridge or on your phone saved that you can refer to. So if someone's like, hey, how can I help you? It just takes so much brain power to like think about that when you're exhausted and have a newborn. Yeah. So
you're not trying to do logistics when you're in survival mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we create these birth plans, right? But that's why alluded to earlier, we create these birth plans, but so often, like in my work with women, I'm like, okay, so we're coming to the end, like, so what's your postpartum plan? And a lot of the times I get a little bit of a blank, like, oh, I was supposed to think about that. I'm like, yeah, that's super important.
Yeah.
Just forget about everything after that. So yeah, I do like to encourage my mamas to create a postpartum plan with their partner, with their family, and really look at utilizing those resources before we're in that mode. And it includes the partner too, because I think, they're both tend to be somewhat sleep deprived and stressed out. But definitely, it's a very important thing. Do you have any resources like books or favorite anything that you would recommend to people?
Yes, I have a couple of books. So I think not necessarily like how to do things, but kind of like sense of humor type books about motherhood. Those are the kind of books that like really made me feel good. So Kat and Nat have Mom Truths, which is really great, and it's funny. And then Linda Fruits of Motherhood is her Instagram handle. She has a book. I don't know the title of it off the top of my head. It's on my shelf back there. But it is such a good book. And she has like some informational stuff in there as well as like humorous type things. So those two for sure I would choose. And then there's one other book by Shanisha Boswell. It's a Black women birthing book. So if you're a woman of color, I really recommend that book. I've shared about it a few times before as well on our social media, but it's a beautiful book that I don't see mentioned that often, but I think it's a great resource if you're a woman of color.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll look. I actually have not heard of that one, so I'm going to check that out too. All right. Excellent. Maria, thank you so much for coming today and joining with us and sharing all this great information. I'm so excited about ways that we can get involved and hopefully help other women to kind of make those plans for postpartum and whatnot, and to help support you guys in your efforts and your mission.
Thank you so much for having me. It was very fun to chat with you.